Guys, first sunny day in a while. I'm going to give you a little update on the fruit trees. Let me tell you what's going on. A very sad loss. 6 years worth of growing out the window. Well, first of all, the passion fruit hasn't been moved and is getting really bushy, and I have to do it this weekend. I just haven't done it. It's been raining. There's so many things. The chickens, the fish, the this, the that. Oh, and to top it off, my new Apple computer was not letting me edit, so I missed the video. And finally what it came down to is we had to reinstall the OS for the computer, and it's working fine now. So anyway, yeah, not making excuses, but so many things. So as you can see, this is the rose apple. And if you watch the video, there was a tree here. And it fell. When a storm came out, we picked it up and it lasted about a month. And the tree shrank. There it is right there. Yeah, it died, fell. Well, it died because it fell. And I thought we had it made, and I mentioned it in one of the other videos, that it was doing just fine. And one day the leaves dropped, the branches dried, and that was the end of the tree. Okay, so here we are. This rain caught us with our pants down. It came quick. There was hail, there was all kinds of stuff. And it did this. Oy. We'll see if we can get this thing up. If not, oy. Yeah, well, we'll see what happens. Let's see if I can save it. So, we decided to get some macadamia nuts. Now, those trees, if they're not grafted, take about 8 years to produce. If they're grafted, they can produce it in as little as 2 years. So these are grafted. We got 3, 1 here and 2 in the back. So it'll be quite a while before this space is filled up again. But that's okay. That's how it goes. The good news is that everything else is growing. This Mandarin Plum is coming along. It's getting big. Yeah, so that's good. Everything else back here in the back, it's doing well. The only thing that we're thinking about, and we haven't quite decided yet, is this guava tree here. I don't know if it's considered the wild variety or what, but it produces these guavas. Oh yeah, they have good flavor and everything, but they're small. And there is another guava that produces this big gigantic things. So we're thinking of cutting one of those branches and grafting one of those in there, and then cutting the other one and grafting that in there. Or if we can't find somebody to graft it, I guess we'll just cut the whole thing out and put in a guava tree that produced the big gigantic ones like the one we have in the back. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Not all is well down here. A storm came through and knocked this papaya tree down, and that one way down there at the end. So it knocked out 3. 1 the cow had knocked over, then 3 the storm knocked over the other day. So now it's only 1 left, and it didn't knock it down because it's somewhat of a midget, so it's kind of little, not many branches, so it had nowhere to the wind had nowhere really to grab a hold of this and take it with the wind. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, we'll see what happens. Now I put in 2 little papaya trees. One right in there, and the other one right there. So those are coming along. They're probably about a couple of feet. So one of these days they'll get a little bit bigger and produce some papaya. But these here, even though they're still attached a little bit, learned my lesson on the on picking them up and rerooting. It doesn't work. You might get lucky and it might, but not worth the time. I'm gonna have to weed whack this thing in here and cut these things down and get them out of here, because that thing is just a little place for things to crawl under, and who knows what goes under there. So it's better to machete them things and move them on out. Now let me go to the back. Okay, so back here we had lost a coffee tree here, so we replaced it with a almond tree. We'll see how that goes. Now here we have another macadamia nut. Now originally I was going to put 4 trees across this way here. However, this macadamia trees, they require a spacing of about 7 meters between trees, which is about 14-15 feet, and that's a lot. So 7 meters is about from this corner here to where the tree is right now, and then roughly about the same down to that bamboo pole that's down there by the gravel. So we decided we'd put one here, and now these trees here, by the time they get, full grown, they're about 20 meters. So yeah. And then we decided to put an almond tree here, and there is an almond tree, same place, but by that 4x4 down there in the middle of that green fence. Then these trees here, we had some mangoes, a Mandarin Plum, and 2 avocados. This avocado tree here, it didn't make it. It'll surprise me if it comes back. There's still a little bit green towards the bottom, but chances are it won't. This one here, still here, so we'll see what happens with it. Now here, this is a shade tree, and there used to be one over there on the other side of that PVC pipe, but that one died, and it never recovered, and the little stump's still there, but we put a macadamia nut tree on there. We'll see what happens. Even though it's not 7 meters between the trees there, it'll be all right. They can blend together, they can do whatever. Yeah. Okay, then here, if you can see it, you can barely see it right there. There's a little teeny weeny one, but the leaves dried on that thing and fell off. They're still green on top there. Yeah, we'll see what happens, but if not, well, we have to replace it. Now here we have a coffee tree, and I think I'm going to get rid of it because it's not going to get very big. Now if you look, you can see, well, you can see the coffee beans there. And it's pretty when it has the flowers and everything, but I think I'm going to take it out and probably replace it with something else. And I'm thinking maybe another orange tree, because these trees here don't get very big. It will throw some shade into the play area, but not overwhelm everything. So maybe that's what I'll do. Now over here, this one had died, and I replaced it with another orange tree, and it seems to be coming along. And here, somebody, mostly me, weed whacked this thing here. It's a guava tree like this one. It's a guava tree like this, and this thing puts out some humongous things. There's a video somewhere where it shows those guavas. Now I'm waiting for this to grow a little bit more. I need to trim some of these branches here, but I'm waiting so I can cut this off and let it grow up. Yeah. And then here, this was another orange tree that had died, and we got another tree, an orange tree, and put it in there. So yeah, we'll see what happens. So anyway, that is the update on the fruit trees. They seem to be doing okay. Yeah, so anyway, that's the update on the fruit trees. They all seem to be doing okay. And the thing is when they're real small, of course the root system is small, the leaves, everything, you know, so it struggles a little bit more. But once it starts growing, as you saw in that jackfruit tree, if it doesn't root properly and it starts getting big, the wind can bring it down, and that's the end of that. But there's nothing to be done. It is what it is, and all you could do is replace it or not. So we choose to replace what we planted because we wanted it there in the first place. So yeah, there's no sense of crying about it. Just get it done. All right, guys, we'll let you know how things go along as they go, and we'll tell you about any changes around here. Tragedies we have every day, so yeah. So let's concentrate on the positive and happy things. All right, guys, we'll talk to you guys later. See ya. Thanks for watching.
ขอบคุณเจ้า
See you next time.
แล้วปะกันแฮมไมนะเจ้า
See you.
บ๊ายบาย